Alright, hello everyone. Today we'll be doing a video on Apex once again. There's quite a lot to cover in this video, so I'm going to go quite quick. But basically, I'm going to be covering basically everything that will actually fix Apex Legends. So we're going to start off with anti-cheat. A better anti-cheat to kind of solve the whole cheater problem. A lot of people have been talking about reducing aim assist as well. I actually really heavily disagree with that. Specifically because there are right now already things in place with the performance displays and everything on the new gen that actually reduces aim assist already. So actually having that across the board is probably really, really stupid. And PC and console have their differences, they have their benefits and disadvantages. So actually reducing aim assist will probably mean that PC also gets nerfed as well. I also want to bring up as well SBMM as well. SBMM needs to get improved, but that's been a long-standing thing for this game. So now that we've got them out of the way, they're like, the typical things that you hear, I want to bring up some unique things, and that is a legend and weapon mastery system. Improved weapon mastery system as well. Now, I made a video the other day basically going over all the problems with the weapon mastery system, and one of them being is that the actual items that you get out of it are not really exclusive. That being, the banner frame at the end. You're kind of forced to use that banner frame because the actual item that you get is something that you can get otherwise. So I made a little concept of like a little effect around your character whenever you kill someone. I also think as well that there needs to be better leveling as well. The devs did actually say that it's when they've done the whole level cap adjustment that it wasn't just going to be like an increased level initially. That actually we're going to do something more long term, but then they just ended up increasing the level cap anyway. And so I believe they were probably testing the waters for actually having an individual legend-based level, similar to what we have with the weapon mastery. And that level would actually decide what, the level of your character. Now, overall, weapon mastery and legend mastery, I do think we need to get better challenges. The current challenges for weapon mastery are just very difficult to get. I like how they are specific to the different weapons. I like that. I think that should definitely come over to legend mastery as well. But they need to be actually obtainable. That's the big problem. There need to be long-term challenges. I also made a concept as well of possibly having like some long-term challenges and some short-term challenges. So the long-term challenges being every 20 levels, like how we currently have it, having a very hard challenge to do, and then, very easy challenges every 5 levels or something. I also think as well the actual weapon page as well needs to get updated to what the legend page looks like, where you actually see all the different legends. You will actually be able to see all the different weapons without having to go into the different categories. I think that'll be very useful as well. Now, in my opinion, this is my actual favourite thing to actually be changed in the game. I think this would actually bring a lot of players to the game because it would actually make the game a lot easier to play. And that is fully kitted weapons. So as you can see right here, we have a blue G7. If you have ever played the solo event, you would know about fully kitted weapons as well. However, I think if they were to be added permanently to the game, it should work a little bit different. Basically, I've said this in previous videos as well, I think it should be tied to your Evo level. Currently, only your shield is actually tied to the Evo level, your helmet, your knockdown shield, your backpack, your weapons, nothing else is tied to your Evo level. I think all of them should be tied to your Evo level, not only because it will make the game easier to understand, basically, what level are you? Oh, level 3, that means, I've got a level 3 helmet, a level 3 backpack, a level 3 knockdown shield, a level 3 shield, and level 3 weapons. It'll make it easier, but also it'll clear up a massive portion of the loot pool as well. Now, on the topic of loot pool as well, I do believe that if we were to get new weapons to the game under the Bocek category, such as arrow-based weapons, possibly also explosive-based weapons, that this should use a form of new type of ammo that actually regenerates, and that is void ammo. I made this concept a while ago to kind of fix the Bocek problem that I kind of thought about, whereby whenever the Bocek gets released from the care pack, it's not going to have many other weapons to actually use the ammo type. They might actually release it when they release another arrow-based weapon, but that's only going to be 2 weapons in the game that use arrows, and I can't think of many guns that could possibly utilize ammo, that is arrows. And so this void ammo category would actually be a unique category that can be used for a lot of different types of weapons that are like experimental in a way, that all regenerate ammo over time. You can't actually pick the ammo off the ground, you have to regenerate it over time. It's very unique, and I think it would solve a lot of the loot pool problem with ammo specifically. Now, another big thing that should be on the list right now for Respawn to be considering is actually bringing solos permanently. Because unlike quads, I feel like a lot of people actually really, really enjoy playing solos, especially us solo players like myself, who normally have to play solo duos. However, as with solos mode, I could just go on Apex and actually have some fun. I was actually enjoying the game so much, and it actually brought us back to the Call of Duty days, where I could just jump on, have fun, log off, and then play again the next day. Now, I don't know whether they would also branch this also out to ranked modes as well by having like a ranked duos, a ranked solos, a ranked trios. I don't know whether they would do that, but I definitely don't think we should have quads. I don't think it works for the game overall. And talking about ranked as well, I do think we need to get better rewards as well, because as of currently, I don't think many people are grinding ranked because there's nothing to grind towards. Now, another thing as well that I think makes the game really interesting, apart from like, new legends, new weapons, things like that, and new hop-ups, which I haven't got in a while, by the way, I think it's also the survival items and utility items. Now, I say them in specific areas because I think possibly in the future we could get something called utility items, which is the same thing as like the Evo caches and things like that we find on the ground that instantly activate. I think that should be embedded into the ultimate accelerant, where instead of having to use it and it takes like 7 seconds to use, you just activate it and it just automatically gives you your ultimate charge. Now you can also possibly pick it up as well, like for Wattson as well, be having the ability to pick up and put it in your inventory to then use later on. That would be pretty useful. However, the big thing I do think that it should be an instant activation because a lot of people just don't use these. And same for more survival items as well. I do think we need more survival items and more utility-based items like that as well. Um, Now, I also have a feeling as well that Lifeline's old ultimate, the actual like the care pack thing, could become a survival item as well because Lifeline's getting a whole rework. If you guys don't know, she's getting a new ultimate, and I believe her old ultimate might be repurposed as a survival item. I think it would make a lot of sense. As well as the alert scan as well that is in solos mode, that would be a really good survival item because we currently don't have a recon-based survival item, which I think would be really, really cool to have just like a 30-second alert scan if there's anyone nearby. Now we're getting to like the kind of like less, needed changes to actually introduce a lot of players. However, these are more impacting the actual game flow, and that one of these is actually the replicator buff, that I mentioned quite a while back. Basically, when they added the whole new Evo system and they nerfed the replicator, I thought it was a bit weird because I think what you should be able to do is actually use some of your Evo points, deduct a little bit of your Evo points to then actually use that to then get batteries and medkits and things like that. In addition to the ones that you get for free. So you get your free battery and then you can spend some of your Evo points to get more batteries after that. I also think something else as well, the finals has these little events midway through the game, like mega damage, where your damage is outputting more, and I think there's like a meteor shower thing as well. Yeah, there is, meteor shower. Right there, the third one down. These different events happen midway through the game, and I think that'll be really cool, or maybe like a specific new map, or like a new game mode, or a limited time mode that they could try out. This would be really, really fun. I think this would be this is a really good page to take out of the finals books because I really enjoyed the finals when these events happened. It made it so the game was exciting. It was new. It was sometimes a little bit scary as well because you didn't know what the hell was happening. So I think this should definitely take a note out of this. And the big thing as well here that you can probably see a bit of a pattern here is a lot of these features are for new players to make the actual gameplay experience a little bit easier overall for newer players. And one of these big things would be to improve the tutorial. The tutorial for this game is pretty shit overall. I think we need individual legend-based tutorials as well. Have an overall tutorial that's been improved and everything, but also have a one for every single character so that you don't just have to go in the fire range and try out the character. You actually have a proper tutorial, like in Overwatch, for example. And the last thing I do want to bring up as well is the club system as well as creator codes. And the removal of the club system, I think, was probably a really bad idea. I think they could have probably improved upon it and actually made it more like creator based by adding creator codes and things like that and having like tournaments built inside of it as well. There could be so many cool features that they could have added with this, so maybe it could be on the table for the future to actually improve it and actually make it more creator based. But I would like to know what you guys think about all this. This video did actually take quite a while to actually make, so it would be lovely if you could actually give it a like, possibly a subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.